you doing, everyone? It's about that time again, back for my weekly update of pickups, CDs, vinyl, and again some grails. You might be thinking, what's happening with all these grails, how are they just suddenly appearing? I don't know, but since I put my list up, which I've recommended everyone to do, I've just been working overtime on trying to pick up these grails. It's just given me a kick up the arse to just go out and put all my spare time into finding these, and not just finding them, but because I mean some of these I can find quite easily, but it's finding them for the right price as well, because some people just want what they think they're worth, and to me they don't match up. So I'm not prepared to spend fortunes. I know they're grails, but I'm not prepared to spend a fortune on an album. I mean, up until now, I think the most I've spent on an album, new or old, is maximum about £25. So, and a lot of these I'm getting for really cheap just now. I don't know why, because most of the grails I have listed I've seen go £20, £25 plus, and for some reason I'm just getting these for a steal. I don't feel guilty, but yeah, so they're just coming up, so that's why. It's almost like a part-time job just now. So anyway, I'm going to get into this update. CDs, vinyl and grails, here we go. CDs first, and I picked up this album Grails from Scottish band Gun. This is from 1992, and I actually own Gun's Greatest Hits and their 1994 release Swagger, which is an awesome album. Just hard rock, it's not heavy metal, but just really catchy tunes, and I thought I'd pick this up. I was on eBay last week, and this was, I think, pre-owned, and it was buy it now for £2.50 or something like that, so I picked it up. Not had the chance to spin it yet, but I'm sure I won't be disappointed, because I do love Gun. Love Gun. It's not Kiss. So yeah, that's it there, and on the front you have a boxer called Benny Lynch, who was the first Scottish flyweight world champion. I think it was back in the 40s or something like that, or even the 1930s. So yeah, that is Scottish band Gun and Grails. Next up is a CD by a band that I really love. I know a lot of people love this band, and it's probably their album that doesn't get talked about a lot. Their first two albums get shown quite a lot, but this one doesn't. And it's from Cinderella, and it's their 1990 release Heartbreak Station, which does take a different turn in musical style. Obviously their first two albums, Night Songs and Long Cold Winter, were a bit more straight up kind of, I don't want to say hair metal, because I don't think they were hair metal. They were hard rock, but this takes a definite bluesier turn, and it doesn't get talked about a lot, and it's a really great album. And again, pre-owned, picked this up for, I think it was under £2 delivered, so really happy to pick that up. There's a look at the CD, and I've said before, Tom Kiefer's voice and songwriting ability is tremendous, so that's Cinderella. Now next up is from Dio, and I was not expecting to pick this up at all. This was not a grail. I wasn't really after it as much as his other stuff, but I found this, and it was £12, and it's Strange Highways from 1993. Now I'm not sure, because I picked it up cheap. I don't know if it's one of those Russian bootlegs. If it is, it's a really great version of it. It does have this sticker on the front, promo copy, not for resale, but I don't know if that's just for show. It does actually say on the CD in small print that it's a promo copy, but again, I just don't know. I think I got it it was cheap, so I really don't know if it's a bootleg or not. That's what's kind of swaying me. So anyway, I'm happy to pick that up, and I've nearly completed Dio's collection. I think I only need Angry Machines and Killing the Dragon, I think, and that's me completed Dio's studio releases, so happy with that anyway. Next up is the third studio album from Dream Theater, and it's 1994's Awake. I've not actually given this a listen yet. I just picked up Images and Words last week, and I love that album, so I looked this up, and this is highly regarded as well from their discography, so I'm looking forward to giving that a spin. And I love the sound of Dream Theater. So that's that one. Next up, the next two are from Megadeth, and one I like and one I don't. The first one I'm going to show is 2004's The System Has Failed, which is an awesome album in my opinion. Really a return to form, I would say, from their late 90s stuff. I think this was the album that Dave Mustaine came back. I'm sure this was meant to be a solo album from Dave Mustaine, but I think he was maybe pressured into releasing it as a Megadeth release. So, but all the same, absolutely excellent album, so glad to pick that one up. And the other one I picked up is Risk, and this is really not what I was expecting. I hadn't listened to Risk before until I picked it up, and I think this came out in '99, and it's very, very different. Hardly a thrash sound on it, very experimental. Even Dave Mustaine's vocals are different, and it just didn't click with me at all. And I don't think it'll be a CD or an album that I'll be revisiting that often. It might be one of these ones that'll grow on me, but right now, first impressions, not for me, so that's that one. And the last CD I'm going to show is actually an album I've seen shown recently in the VC. I think Steve, Headbanging Zulu UK, showed this. And by the way, if you're not subscribed to Steve, please go and check out his channel, because I was on one of his videos the other day and he's got like, I think it's like 80 something subs, 90 something subs, and I'm just like, I don't know how, because he shows some really great stuff and he knows his stuff as well. So if you've not checked out Steve's channel, the Headbanging Zulu UK, check it out. And Metal Mickey's shown this CD as well, and it's Stone Temple Pilots and Purple. I think what Metal Mickey said about it was it's not as heavy as Core, but it's a better album, and I'm not sure if I agree about that, but I listened to it this morning and it is a fantastic album, but I've only heard it once, but I was very impressed with it. And by the way, Mike's one of those guys who always comes on my channel, recommends me songs, albums, bands, and about 95% of the time he's spot on with his recommendations, because I mainly love them. And I always try to recommend songs or bands to Mike, and he comes back and he's like, it was okay. And I cannot read you, Mike. I really can't. I really wanted to put, well, I thought about putting VCLT together for you, but I think you just open it up and just say, nah, maybe, nah. So yeah, you are so hard to read, Mike, it's unbelievable. So I'll maybe try and get some VCLT out to you at some point, but I really have to put some thought into it. So that is the CDs anyway. Moving on to the vinyl, and I picked up this amazing condition album, Love Hate, Blackout in the Red Room. Just really, really great condition. I mean, this is near mint, and again, I did not pick this up for a big amount. This was just sitting there on eBay and I just kind of stole it, so really happy with that. I'm sure a lot of you are familiar with the album. It's just an absolutely rocking album from top to bottom, so if you've not heard it, I suggest you check it out. The inside, you've just got the lyrics, and you've also got the lyrics on the other side as well, so that's that. But yeah, gave this a spin this morning as well. I've been busy, and it's just such a good... I've got it on CD, but to hear it on vinyl is just a treat. So yeah, that's Love Hate and Blackout in the Red Room. Next up is another awesome album from an awesome band, and it's Warlock and Hellbound. Sorry, I'll just take this out the sleeve. And I was really confused when I got this in. I was like, where's Doro? I couldn't see her, and she's right there. As you can tell, you notice she's got the pink nail varnish on, but she looks so manly in that cover. I don't know if it's the smoky atmosphere of the album cover, but I thought it was a man. But anyway, yeah, really great album. I love this album, and I am trying to pick up, what are the other ones? Burning the Witches, I think that's her debut, and I can't remember another one, something Steel, can't remember. But yeah, definitely check out Warlock if you've not heard them, because they're just insane, and Doro's vocals just work absolutely perfectly with the music. Inside you have the band photo montage, and you also have the lyrics on the other side. And with this as well, you got the original Hellbound poster, which has clearly never been put up anywhere. It's just been kept in the sleeve, so very happy with that as well. So that was a good pickup, and that was fairly cheap, so I'm just getting lucky. Next up is an album I've been looking for a while, and I just keep getting either outbid or seen it for just people just want daft money for it, because it is what it is. And I finally picked it up, and it took so long to get here. It took about 2 weeks to get here, and it's from the UK. I don't know how it took so long, but it finally arrived this morning, and it's Dio and Holy Diver. I mean, this is just one of those heavy metal albums you can't go without. The very first song I heard from Dio was Holy Diver, and I just thought, holy shit, how have I missed this? And it wasn't really like I'd missed it. I was kind of getting into heavy metal and stuff, but it's one of those artists that you wish you'd just heard sooner, because it's just amazing. Although he does have a bit of a obsession with dragons and rainbows. They get mentioned quite a lot, but apart from that, I mean, just the music, the voice, just awesome. And this is a great pickup for my collection. This nearly made my Grail list, but it is quite a common album to find, so I didn't think it really didn't deserve to be on my Grail list. I just had to find it at that price that I wanted to pay, so, and I paid a really good price. So yeah, Dio Holy Diver, awesome. Right, now we are on to the Grails. I have 2 Grails here, and the first one is White Lion and Main Attraction. For me, this wasn't so much about being able to find this album, it was about how much people wanted for this album. It probably is the rarest of the 80s stuff, but it's not too rare. I mean, it's not like you hardly ever see it. You do see it, but people just want £25 plus for it, and I just thought, it's a Grail, but I'm not willing to pay that, and I didn't. I paid maybe a little more than I wanted to pay for this album, but I'm still quite happy with it, and it's in absolutely excellent condition. Corners are all intact, and in my opinion, yeah, this is their best album. I really enjoy this album. It just has that, I just think it has that harder edge. You do have the debut that's a bit more, it's raw and it's a bit more tinnier and just a bit more full of energy, but this has just got the music behind it. It's just that heavier, crunchier guitar that I really like. So that's the lyrics and the band photo on the back. So yeah, very happy to pick that up. So I now have White Lions, all of White Lions, in fact this is 91, the first 4 albums anyway on vinyl and CD now. In fact no, I don't have their debut on CD, but yeah, that's a great find for me. So Grail, tick. And the last one I'm going to show is one I've been looking for a while, and I stole this, absolutely stole it, and I'm actually going to tell you how much I paid for this, and it was £4.50, and it's Slaughter, Stick It To You. I probably don't have to tell you how good this album is. Slaughter's debut, it's just amazing. There's not a bad track on it, and you do have the hits Fly to the Angels, Spend My Life, Up All Night, Eye to Eye, that's a great opening track as well. So very chuffed to find this. Slaughter were one of the first bands I really got into when I started listening to hard rock, heavy metal, and all that stuff, and it just comes in this paper sleeve, and yeah, again, just awesome condition. That's upside down. Yeah, just great album. So I've still to spin that, but I'm sure I will be delighted with it. And I actually have got another Grail somewhere. Give me 2 seconds. Okay, I'm back, found it, and I completely forgot about this. And so that's 3 Grails I've picked up, and again, stole this album, absolutely stole it, under £4. So I think it was £7 delivered to my door. Quiet Riot, Metal Health, amazing, and again, just in superb condition. And I just absolutely love this album. Kind of famous for being the first heavy metal album to go to #1. I think it was 1983. Yeah, 1983. And this is just a great pickup. Inside, all you've just got is the albums that have been released on the label. I think it's CBS. Yeah, CBS, nice price. So yeah, Metal Health, awesome, just a classic, and it's kind of an album I forgot about. I don't know why, because I've always wanted it, and it's just one of those albums that just escaped my mind, I think, and I finally thought about it, got it on the list, and then boom, it's here. So yeah, so that's it. Another 3 Grails, tick. So let me know what you think. I know I'm going to put actually a list up at the end of this video of what I now have from my Grail list and what I don't. I know, Rob, you're kind of sorting me out with one, so that is awesome. So you can let me know what you think of the video, let me know what you think of my pickups, and I will see you guys in the next video. Cheers.